Sup, my name is Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council, and today we are doing Guide to Your Side, which is basically a series that has been gone for, like, forever, just like Subscriber Showcase, which is also coming back. And it's something I want to bring back fairly often, so I need you guys to recommend decks that you need help with or you would like to see on Guide to Your Side. That basically I help you build the side deck or give you recommendations for the matchup. So definitely make some suggestions, and we'll do this every other week because I have something else that will probably cycle in with this on the Fridays. On the weekends, just expect basically dual videos and stuff, just kind of relaxed weekends, and then during the week it'll be a little more, you know, everything else. Because the weekends I want you guys to relax. You know, you got school, you got college, you got work, you got everything else, your time off. I want it to be happy for you guys because I know how it is. So let's talk about Poisonous Winds. It's going to be the first card we talk about here on Guide to Your Side for the Majespecter matchup. Majespecters are a wind-based deck that basically every time they summon, they're like Stratos. They have constant search power. And for everyone who's going to make the Stratos argument, hashtag free Stratos, let's be fair here. Every deck is getting its own freaking Stratos, and like 4 of them in Majespecters. I think it's okay for Stratos to come back at this point. I really don't care. But to be honest, we don't need it. So let's talk about Poisonous Winds. Wind monsters cannot be special summoned. That instantly hurts the crap out of them because they are a pendulum deck. All face-up wind monsters on the field lose 500 attack. They have low attack stats, and this will hurt them even more. I actually, at the end of the video, I'll have the annotation playing that will take you to the deck and the duels to actually show you basically the power of Majespecters and what they can do during game 1 and what you gotta watch out for. But I'm gonna cover throughout this entire video exactly how to deal with that matchup. So not only will I be helping you in the side department, I'll be helping you in the main game department about how to deal with the Majespecters as a deck as a whole. So, Poisonous Winds is one of the best cards because they can't special summon, all their monsters will lose 500, and it's going to slow the crap out of them down. The only downside is they will still get their effects, which they're trap cards, they tribute them off, and then they basically Phoenix Wind Blast your shit. And for that, there's other things. So Trap Sun's a great card to run with Poisonous Winds, or just a great card in general to run against the deck. I mean, they still have the spell card, but the spell card only affects the monsters. They have to use the traps to get over your back row and whatnot. I believe it's over the back row. But anyway, Poisonous Winds will shut them the hell down if you have it up first. Pray they don't have MST, and you're good to go. But like I said, Trap Sun also works really nicely. Trap Sun's a great thing because obviously you can negate it out. And why we're mentioning Trap Sun, 7 tools, Royal Decree, anything of that sort is going to just completely poop on them because it will shut them down. Royal Decree probably being the best out of all of them. In all honesty, if your deck can handle it, Royal Decree is definitely going to be the option you want to go with. And Skill Drain also works good. You can play like Skill Drain and Trap Sun together, so you can shut off the Skill Drain, but it's a one-of, so that's kind of a downside. Lose 1 turn is not really going to affect them too much, because they could just slow poke you for game, so don't use lose 1 turn against them. It's not going to be 100% viable. Poisonous Wind, Skill Drain, Trap Stun, Royal Decree, Jinzo, things of that sort, those are going to basically just help you in that matchup. Wavering Eyes also works if you're playing Mirror. This is something I want to go over. Or you're playing Cleese against them. If Cleese are still viable after banless, I'm sorry. I'm just saying the truth here. Wavering Eyes does work. Lose 1 turn does work to a point. To be fair, it does, but it's not as good as everything else. Wavering Eyes, you can basically pop out their Pendulum Zones. They'll take some burn. And then if you're playing something else, you know, you'll get the search and whatnot. So it's definitely something that you can use. Skill Drain. Shut off all their effects, pretty straightforward. Poop on them and they can't do nothing. Vanity's Emptiness. Stop their special summons. These are one-ofs, but you can just sack them to hell. Mistake. Mistaken Arrest. And what's the other one? I would say Sheer Ride, but no, not really. Thunder King Ryle. Thunder King Ryle we'll focus on first. He's a one-of. You can tech him in your main deck, and it'll help you against other matchups just as much as it'll help you against Majespecters and the Magicians. The Mistake. They can't search, therefore they can't get over your stuff. Mistaken Arrest. Again, it's Cold Wave Mistake and basically gives you access to almost 6 mistakes. It's worth it. Fairy Wind. Every time they're trying to pendulum or basically put out the Magician so they could pop your front and back rows, Fairy Wind, pop it off. Also works in conjunction with Wavering Eyes. Those are great outs to it. You have plenty of ways of approaching this whole basically matchup. Denko Sekka, pretty straightforward. 1700 attack, hard for them to get over. Effect basically is a giant cold wave, so it'll poop on them and they can't do squat about it, and then they can't set, and then basically you're going to win the game, and then you will jump over them. If you're in the mirror match, or you're basically playing Majespecters, you could play Moon Mirror Shield, or you're playing against them. Moon Mirror Shield can work. Basically, you'll be 100 attack higher than anything on the board. If you combine that with something like Denko Sekka, it's very Sacky, very hilarious at the same time. If you put Denko Sekka in something like Zafira, then you're going to be able to lock out your opponent by dropping Honest and getting Honest back and rinse and repeat consecutively. So that's definitely something that you want to look at. Majespecters are a pendulum deck with Little Beast. They do use the Magicians for extra power to basically clear out back row so they can do their searches freely. So study the matchup. Videos are in the links, and thank you for watching. Thank you guys for watching. Videos, like I just said, are in the links. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe on this guide to your side. And if you want more guide to your side, please let us know exactly what you would like the matchup to be. What are you having trouble with, or what would you just like us to cover in matchup-wise, and just be clear about it. That's the best way I could phrase it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. Happy Friday. Have a good one. I'll see you